It's one of those videos where two stories into one. One's a story, one's an opinion piece, but I agree with what's been said. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So we spoke about this earlier this week, that one of the things that Danny would like to do maybe in the future, bring a set piece coach in. He spoke about it in the press conference. He said he's happy with what he's working with at the club at the moment, and he hopes that they can find a way of changing that. He goes on to say, I have good assistant coaches that take responsibility for set pieces. It's always a special topic. It's more and more uncommon that a specialist like set pieces I had experience in the German national team. I think it's really helpful because of that person is only focused on this part of the game, and I mean that they all also have more time. What we'll do in the summer, we'll have a look. I think at the moment we'll keep doing what we are doing, and hopefully we'll have a bit more luck in the coming games, and we can go. Then nobody will need to speak about this. We can think about new season then, but it's a big topic when you look at goals. Normally it's from set pieces, and of course you can improve, but my assistants are trying, and it's also team tactics. You don't just say you get the ball into box, we do everything has a role at the moment, and that's what we need to improve. For me, the players, they understand set pieces being useful for winning games. I won't say that looking at set pieces is boring, but it is not always the action you want to have as a footballer. To take points, it's very important. We can improve, we have to improve, and some summaries after the season. So basically what we all said. You're going to have a look at it and see what happens in the summer. I believe when Simon Island came in with Darren Moore, he took over the set piece duties a little bit. So he was kind of seen as like the set piece guy. But it's something that's been an issue for a while, but we'll see what happens in the summer with that. Now, this is an opinion piece by Alan Biggs, and it's a good one. So here's the thing. He goes on to talk about Chansiri, and he said Chansiri has a glimmer chance of turning tide on public opinion, running against his ownership, and it's a big if he takes it. Now, here's the thing. The protest has happened. We've seen it more and more, and the issue have been raised again, more importantly. Like, Danny Rule have been something that you can actually say Chansiri can be applauded for the appointment, Danny, in this sense. But it was too little, too late in terms of when he did. Now, the big thing in Chansiri's world that we don't have, and I think it's crucial in just running a football club, is hiring a chief exec or head of football. And the problem is, these two words, like he says in his article, consist of empowerment and trust. The thing that he doesn't let people to have. We noted Chansiri doesn't seem to let too many people look after what's going on at Wednesday that well. I've heard grumbling that when we had Liam Dooley, there were bits of it where he didn't have the trust of him to get everything done, kind of thing. And the thing is, if that's going to be the case, he needs to change it, because gone are the days where a lot of clubs are just run by the chairman. They have other people around them helping them. And if he could take a step back from overall policy, making including budget and set that a largely single-hand approach, I think this whole single-hand approach hasn't worked for the nearly a decade he's been here. And I think if we can have a change of structure at the top, it might work a little bit better. And I know before people start, I know people are going to say the change at the top needs to be, oh, where is it? Hang on. It's on here somewhere. Here it is.
The change at the top needs to be from Chansiri. He needs to be the one to go and all that kind of stuff.
I understand that. I get that. But while he's here, he could make some changes like that. Now, the problem is, if you actually look at it, there's a lot of people who are all left for whatever reason have been there. There's Adam Pearson and the late Glenn Roeder, and continuing Joe Palmer, who is now not counted by Wimbledon. and former Charlton CEO Catherine Meir was there. And then recently there was Liam Dooley, who's now at Shrewsbury. We've had people in those roles, and for whatever reason, they have not stayed. Now, I don't know if this is due to the fact of working in the Chancery and it's not easy to work with. But here's the thing. He needs to have a better way of doing it. Now, we know that the general manager is now doing it, a lot of the stuff. You got to remember, he's in Thailand. Chancery is in Thailand most of the time. So having someone who's here that would help would make a lot better way. And someone who knows the football business. The thing is, he's a decade in and he still doesn't seem like he gets the football business in that sense. I think if you're going to have someone like Rull, he needs a structure that is a little bit like a Bayern or a RB Leipzig or whatever, where there's like a director of football or someone there. You still get to have control and have a bit of a say as the owner, but at the same time, it means you're not having to be involved with all the negotiations. You can sit back. But a lot of this comes down to Chancery and trust. Chancery, trust, and a culture thing. A lot of the time, they don't want to let someone else have control of what they're doing in Thailand. A lot of it is done by them and them only. It's very rare you get the kind of someone else takes control of the business. It's more of it's them or nothing. It's on them. And I understand that and I get it. But in a football club, I think you need levels of structure to make it work, where you've got like a CEO, maybe a director of football to help with that. And the thing is, he says in the past he doesn't like having a director of football. But at the same time, he never had one. He's never had one to go, I don't like it. Maybe try it and see what happens. Give a little bit of control to someone else. Let somebody else take the reins of that bit of the job that is more suited to someone like a CEO or a director of football. Take it so you're not having to do it. You can still come over and do help with when it comes to the transfers and stuff and have the say yes or no, but making it so it's less of him doing it all. Because it just feels like it's a lot of work for him just to do all of it, where he could just actually, if he gets someone who's from a football industry, who knows what they're on about in those roles, it would make it a lot easier on him. It would let us, the fans, go, okay, he's doing it a different way now, kind of thing. But I'll say it now, I don't think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen. I think he likes having the control. I think he likes being able to have his say. So for me, it feels like, even when we talk about it, it's a bit of a pipe dream. We'll see what happens, but personally, I don't think it would happen. But I love him to go and get another CEO and a director of football, but he's keeping what he knows here. I know the person who replaced Liam is been at the club for years. As like, I think he was part of the retail side of it, and now he's doing the general manager stuff. So he spoke quite highly when he was talking about the new sponsorship, well, the old sponsorship with new rebranding. So we'll see what happens. Again, I don't think it'll change, but we'll see.